I need to tell you something uncomfortable, something nobody warned me about. The most dangerous moment of my life wasn't when I struggled. It was the day I finally made it. I stood at the top of the mountain I'd spent decades climbing. Money, status, respect, everything I was told would make life feel complete. And for the first time, a terrifying thought crossed my mind. Is this it? Because nothing inside me felt different. If you're watching this and thinking, that won't be me, I'll feel happy when I get there, I thought the same thing. And that belief cost me more than I realized until it was too late. Let me give you a little context so you understand why I'm saying this. I'm in my early 70s now. I spent decades climbing every ladder I could find. Long hours, relentless ambition, a mind always focused on the next milestone. Promotions, pay raises, accolades, check, check, check. Society's checklist for success? I nailed it. People looked at my life and assumed I was happy, and on paper, I was. But nobody looked at the nights I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering why I felt so hollow. Nobody asked about the friendships I let slip, the meals I missed with my family, the quiet moments I traded for meetings and deadlines. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was being taught the wrong lesson, that achievement equals fulfillment, that the harder you work, the happier you'll be, that the next promotion, the next project, the next deal would finally make everything worth it. Like many of you, I grew up believing in the dream. Work hard, get ahead, secure your future, earn respect. I believed that if I just followed the formula, I'd finally feel complete. And for years, I chased it relentlessly. I told myself, once I get there, I'll finally relax. Once I earn enough, I'll finally breathe. Once I'm recognized, I'll finally be proud of myself. It seemed logical. After all, this was the path everyone followed. My mentors, my peers, my parents, they all assumed success would bring happiness. And I assumed it too. So I chased it every day, every year, every decade. I spent decades on autopilot. Days blurred into weeks, weeks into months, months into years. Work consumed my mornings and evenings. I postponed dinners with friends, skipped family gatherings, and delayed vacations I had dreamed about for decades. I justified it constantly. Just a few more years, then I'll rest. Just one more promotion, then I'll take a break. Once this project is over, I'll finally have time for what matters. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Life doesn't pause for you, and time waits for no one. By the time I finally reached the top, I realized I had been living milestones, not moments. My life had been reduced to achievements, tangible, measurable, impressive, but somehow joy had slipped through the cracks unnoticed. And then I got there. I achieved the career pinnacle I had spent my life striving for. The title, the money, the respect of peers, it all arrived. For about 48 hours, I felt a surge of pride, a fleeting high of validation, and then silence. The celebration felt hollow. The thrill was gone. The next day, I woke up and realized nothing had changed inside. My mornings still felt heavy. My heart still carried anxiety. My sense of fulfillment still hadn't arrived. That's when the emptiness set in. After the brief high of achievement, reality hit hard. I realized that success didn't fix the one thing I had been chasing my whole life: contentment. My mornings were no brighter, my nights no quieter, my mind no calmer. The promotions and accolades that once seemed like the ultimate reward now felt like meaningless trophies. The more I achieved, the faster I needed the next goal. The feeling of satisfaction was temporary, fleeting, like chasing a wave that always crashes just out of reach. I had unknowingly signed up for a lifetime of this cycle: accomplishment, fleeting joy, then a return to emptiness. And here's what nobody told me. This emptiness wasn't a flaw in me. It was the system I had been trained to believe in. Society doesn't warn you that achievement has an expiration date. They don't tell you that external validation can never replace internal fulfillment. The very things I believed would bring happiness would ultimately leave me craving more. You see, I thought success was the answer. But the truth is, success is a temporary fix. It's addictive, like a sugar rush that fades faster than you expect. The promotion, the raise, the award, they feel good for a moment, but the high is short-lived. Happiness isn't something you can buy, achieve, or check off a list. It doesn't live in titles or bank accounts. And if you spend your life chasing it in the wrong places, you wake up decades later wondering what you actually built and for whom. And the cost, oh, the cost was real. I missed dinners with friends who now live across the country. I missed calls from my children who grew up faster than I noticed. I missed years, little by little, thinking I could catch up later. Relationships weakened silently. Moments with loved ones slipped through my fingers. My health, too, suffered under the weight of relentless ambition. I thought I was investing in my future, but all I was doing was trading presence for productivity, vitality for validation. Regret doesn't come from the things you did wrong. It comes from the things you didn't do at all. The meals you skipped, the trips you postponed, the words you didn't say, the risk you never took. That is the real cost of chasing success without awareness. I had everything society told me I should want, yet inside, something essential was missing. I asked myself a question I had never dared to before. What was all this for? And for the first time in decades, I realized that the path I had been following, the one I thought would lead to fulfillment, wasn't mine to begin with. It was a borrowed roadmap, a blueprint of someone else's priorities. That quiet recognition was my first crack in the old belief system, and once it appeared, everything began to shift. I started to see that success and fulfillment were not the same thing. I had to rethink everything I had been taught. Success, I learned, isn't measured in titles, awards, or bank balances. True success is about presence, about meaning, about connection. It's the time you spend with people who matter, the experiences you collect, the memories you create. It's the health you nurture, the relationships you prioritize, the joy you allow yourself to feel daily. In other words, wealth isn't dollars, it's freedom. Freedom to choose how you spend your hours. Freedom to focus on what fills your heart, not just your resume. Here's the reality most people only understand when it's too late. You can win in the world's eyes and still lose your life. You can achieve every milestone, check every box, and hold all the trophies, and still feel empty. Chasing success without purpose is like running on a treadmill set to a speed you can't control. You burn calories, you move fast, but you're not actually going anywhere that matters. You're alive, yes, but not really living. Balance isn't a luxury, it's survival. It's what keeps you connected to yourself and the people you love. And waiting for permission to live, that's the biggest mistake of all. Nobody will give it to you. You have to take it for yourself. If I could speak to my younger self, and to you, I would say this. Stop waiting for the perfect time to live your life. Stop thinking that happiness is something you'll find after you achieve the next goal. Stop believing that success alone will fill the gaps inside. Your life is happening right now. Every day you postpone what matters. You are trading irreplaceable moments for illusions of future satisfaction. Call your parents. Take that trip. Tell your loved ones you care. Write the book. Say the thing you've been holding back. Do it now. Don't wait for circumstances. Don't wait for approval. You have enough time if you start using it wisely. Here's what I want you to feel. Time is finite. Every choice comes with a trade-off. Every hour spent chasing validation is an hour lost from living fully. Success without fulfillment is a warning sign, not a reward. The emptiness isn't a failure, it's a signal to pause, reflect, and adjust your path before it's too late. And the best part? You still have time. You still have the chance to redefine what success means for you, to build a life that doesn't just impress others, but truly satisfies your heart. So ask yourself, what are you sacrificing in the name of achievement? You don't need to abandon ambition, but you do need to live intentionally. Start today, not next year, not after this project, not when conditions are perfect. Start now. Reflect. Choose differently. And if this message resonates with you, share it. Comment below what you're going to do differently. Subscribe for more truths that nobody warns you about. And remember, life isn't measured by milestones. It's measured by presence, meaning, and the memories you create. Because in the end, the only success that matters is the one you live fully before your time runs out.